Please join us as we go back in time. The civil rights struggle is in full swing. Negroes are protesting for basic rights. The enemies of the movement are powerful and dangerous. It is under these circumstances that Malcolm speaks.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, brothers and sisters, friends and family, and I see some enemies. I think we'd be fooling ourselves with the crowd this large and not realize there'd be some enemies present, black and white. And to understand this dynamic, you have to go back to what young brother over here referred to earlier as the house Negro and the field Negro, back during slavery. There was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, he lived in the house with master. He dressed pretty good. He ate good, because he ate his food, or whatever he left. He lived in the attic or the basement, but still he lived near his master. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. He would give his life to save his master's house quicker than the master would. If the master say we got a good house here, the house Negro say, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master say we, he say we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. Speak, Malcolm, speak. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight to put the blaze out quicker than the master would.
Talk to him now.
If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick? We sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you come to the house Negro and say, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro will look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I eat better food than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Yeah. That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house niggas running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master, wants to live near it. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. I'm the only one on my job. I'm the only one in this school, you nothing but a house Negro. And if someone come to you right now, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? Where you gonna get a better job than you get here? I mean, this is what you say.
Right.
I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say. Why you left your mind in Africa? On that same plantation, there was the field Negro. Field Negro, those were the masses. There was always more Negroes in the field than there was Negroes in the house. The Negro in the field caught hell. He ate leftovers. In the house, they ate high up on the hall. The Negro in the field didn't get nothing but what was left of the insides of the hall. They call them chitlins nowadays. In those days, they call them what they were, guts. That's what you were, a gut eater. And some of y'all still gut eaters. The field Negro was beaten from morning till night. He lived in a shack, in a hut. He wore cast-off clothes. And he hated his master. I said he hated his master. He was intelligent. That house Negro loved his master. But that field Negro, remember, they were in the majority. And they hated master. When the house caught on fire, he didn't try to help put it out. That field Negro prayed for a wind, for a breeze. If the master got sick, the field Negro prayed that he died. If someone come to the field Negro and says, escape, let's separate, he say, any place is better than here. You got field Negroes in America today. I'm a field Negro. The masses are the field Negroes. When they see this man's house on fire, you don't hear these little Negroes talking about our government's in trouble. They say the government's in trouble. Imagine a Negro, our government. I even heard one say our astronauts. They won't even let him near the plant. Our astronauts, our Navy. That's a Negro that's out of his mind. That's a Negro that's out of his mind. Just as the slave master in that day used Tom, the house Negro, to keep the field Negroes in check. Same old slave master today has Negroes who are nothing but modern Uncle Toms, 20th century Uncle Toms, to keep you and me in check, keep us under control, keep us passive and peaceful and nonviolent. That's Tom making you nonviolent. It's like when you go to the dentist and the man's gonna take your tooth. You gonna fight him when he start pulling. So they squirt some stuff in your jaw called Novocaine to make you think they're not doing anything to you. Of course, you sit there with all that Novocaine in your jaw and you suffer peacefully. Blood running all down your jaw. And you don't know what's happening.
Talk to him.
Because someone has taught you to suffer peacefully. The white man do the same thing to you in the street when he want to put knots on your head and take advantage of you.
Preach.
To keep you from fighting back, he get these old religious Uncle Toms to teach you and me to suffer peacefully. Don't stop suffering, just suffer peacefully. As Reverend Cleve pointed out, let your blood flow in the streets. This is a shame. This is a shame. And you know he's a Christian preacher. If it's a shame to him, you know what it is to me. Because nothing in our book, the Quran, as you call it Koran, teaches us to suffer peacefully. Our religion teaches us to be intelligent, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone. But if someone puts his hands on you, send him to the cemetery. That's a good religion. In fact, that's that old time religion. It's one that Ma and Pa used to talk about. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a head for a head, and a life for a life. That's a good religion. No one resists that type of religion being taught but a wolf who intends to make you his meal. This is the way it is with the white man in America. He's a wolf, and you a sheep. Anytime a shepherd, a pastor, teach you and me not to run from the white man, but at the same time teaches don't fight the white man, he's a traitor. You and me. Don't lay down our life all by itself. No, preserve your life. It's the best thing you got. If you got to give it up, let it be even Steven. The slave master took Tom, dressed him well, fed him well,
Real well.
and even gave him a little education. Little education. Gave him a long coat and a top hat and made all the other slaves look up to him. Then he used Tom to control them. The same strategy was used in those days as used today by the same white man. He take a so-called Negro, make him prominent, build him up, publicize him, make him a celebrity. Then all of a sudden they become a spokesman for Negro and a Negro leader.